is her inner child.
Ow! How is she doing that? She's not doing none of that. We all know there's pretty freaky people out there, but you know there was worse kinks out there too? Well, today we are watching She Foreplays by Dressing Up as a Baby by Onizi. Let's get straight into it.
Every once in a while I come across some disturbing thing on the internet that I feel like I have to share with you guys.
Oh, God.
Now, this is about to get real weird, and it's ultimately will probably get age restricted by YouTube. But tap in while you can to learn the depths of the internet and why it's so weird. Meet PRS Schooler. Yeah, that's right.
PRS Schooler?
This is some sort of new emerging niche where, you know, women are dressing.
Whoa! Why can't we be normal? I swear kids get sexualized so much. Cause why are we role-playing as toddlers, dude? Why are you dressing up like this? And I know for a fact, I can guarantee it from this video right here. She probably has an OF. And that's what's the worst part about it, is that I know there's people paying for this, and that's crazy. That shit is crazy. We should not be sexualizing kids. Like, this shit gets me tight.
What I was expecting when I clicked on this account was some sort of one-off type of situation, you know, where somebody is doing some sort of AI rendition. And I
wish it was AI at least.
About AI and how nasty it could be and harmful. Because come to find out, this is a real woman doing this real thing for some sort of monetization game. There's hashtags for it.
See, I knew it, bro. This shit is so disgusting, bro.
Seemingly some sort of bio indicator for it. This
is a crazy picture. You're telling me this is an adult woman, by the way. Thanos was right. Please, Thanos, snap us out of it.
Sort of coded language that they're using in the descriptions or in the comment section of each and every single one of these videos.
Oh,
and
God.
I tried to decipher to try to figure out what's going on, but every time I looked at a word and tried to go through it, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit because this is absolutely disgusting. They use their Instagram and TikTok to, you know, get traffic from the social media sites with the algorithms, but then ultimately funnel them into their OnlyFans.
I knew it, bro.
Other OnlyFans content creators, but this one preys on the idea that people like young girls. I mean, look at the way in the descriptions they mimic talking like children.
No, you can't make this shit up. They mimic it. Nah. Okay, I made this get tight.
Absolutely weird. Over here we shame because this sort of content or conversation is not subtly alluding to anything. It's just outright advertising yourself as supposedly a younger or childlike figure making some sort of content for adults to consume. This is literally a real life version of lolly content or whatever, but this time
there is some weirdos out there, bro, because why the hell are you looking up lollies? You know what the hell that is? You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say.
Saying, hey, I'm this many years old, meaning 5 years old or 3 years old or whatever years old. These people are weird. I've talked about it in the past on this channel, and by past I do mean recently, about what happens when OnlyFans content creation goes far as hell. And this is just
y'all see they doing the whole Down syndrome stuff. I'm saying, dude, OnlyFans should definitely get banned, because even the owners of it, they don't like the whole porn side. It was only supposed to be for celebrities to have like a Patreon, and then it turned into what it's known now.
We gave a lot of backlash and ridicule
Bonnie
to Bonnie Blue just a video ago, or maybe two, or whatever the case may be. But this is another end of the spectrum where there are women, young, old, or whatever, who have figured out a way to play into the game or the system or whatever these sick people's fantasies are in order to get this sort of content.
This shit is disgusting.
Is no different than Bonnie Blue. This is no different than the content creators who fake special needs.
See, that's what I said.
On their faces through, you know, facial etching or imaging. This is no different than any of these things. And to be honest with you, I feel like this should fall into the same category as consuming CP if you are distributing and cosplaying as a CP type of performer. And because this is the internet, of course, there are some sick, nasty, freak people who would be defending this in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
There's always people defending everything on Twitter, bro. Twitter is like, oh, I just wanna.
This tweet reads, she might be trying to also express her older self as well as her inner child.
Ow! How is she doing that? She's not doing none of that. She's doing none of that. She's not expressing shit. That's like the people that be defending her song. They always gotta have some form of. There's no defending that. She's doing something for a reason, and it's not for the reason you're saying.
People be thinking they cook it and it never cook. You're very closed-minded. I understand it looks different or odd to you, but educate yourself on these topics before you insult a woman who is probably emotionally stunted and deeply traumatized.
Oh, yeah. I'm so emotionally distraught that I have to pretend like I'm a kid and have an OnlyFans and lead people there. I'm so scared and traumatized, guys. You guys don't understand. You guys gotta go on my OnlyFans and really just see it there. That's when I'm really, you know, happy because I'm just so traumatized. Stop that bullshit, man. I don't usually go off like this. I usually try to make the videos entertaining, unless my rule is either you know what I'm saying, you can do whatever you want unless you're either hurting somebody or kids are involved. That's when I lose everything.
That doesn't take away from the fact that her page says 18 plus. That doesn't take away from the fact that she has an OnlyFans link in her bio.
Exactly.
Like, what? That doesn't take away from any of these things. Her page says 18 plus, you stupid ass bitch. I understand the concept of little space, but she's sexualizing it. Honestly, I wasn't talking to you at all. I just seen a tweet in my timeline and wanted to create awareness towards a real issue. But
here we go. See, this is the people that piss me off. Because first of all, you said I'm not talking to you. I just saw this and I'm creating an awareness. You're creating an awareness out of something that's not good. If you're gonna do that, don't do it here. You're clearly seeing that this is a bad stunt. This is a bad thing. So don't create that awareness here.
And there's a lot of people on this platform, whether it be TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, claiming that these young women participating in this have some sort of coping mechanism called age regression.
What? Is this an actual thing?
Okay, I can sort of understand that. Age regression is something that I've probably seen in my actual life. But age regression has nothing to do with this woman being bent over, calling people daddies, you know, playing with crayons in herself. Like, all of that is disgusting. That's a whole different conversation. And just because there is something that is adjacent to it does not mean that we should be mixing the two, because it definitely takes away from people who are actually suffering from what seems to be a real coping mechanism that stems from a slew and a myriad of serious things.
Do not get age regression mixed up with age play. Those are
Thank you.
Age regression is not a
Yeah, that's just you being straight up freaky. Like you being a pedo. Straight up.
Wow.
I thought he was gonna let me say it on this camera.
No, I can't say that on YouTube or Twitch. I meant pseudo. Shit, let's go. Yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream!
Try something else first, you know? You have lots of other options. I tried hair school, music school, art school. I went to college for 4 years. Yes, indeed. Try something else first, because once you're a Bob, you probably won't have the chance to try everything that you wanted to try.
Besides going deeper and darker into that depraved sort of content. Now, watch Abba and Preach's video, because I think that what they talked about in that was very, very important, very, very real, and something that a lot of people on the internet have been warning people for forever. That was a young woman from the Bop House, the content creation house.
Which one was it? Was it this one? I'm trying to figure out which one is it. Damn, I didn't know she was here. Hold on, who this?
In which, you know, they are OnlyFans models doing like a collab house. The AMP of OnlyFans, really like the sidemen of OnlyFans, if we're really being truthful about it, but that's neither here nor there. But if you look into what's really going on here, is that OnlyFans content seems to be some sort of gateway or outlet, or perceived gateway or outlet, for a lot of the youth that is coming up in today's society.
That's sad.
And it was okay when we started just talking about people going into regular work. That's fine. But we added an algorithm to it. We added social media to it.
And fun fact, most of the models aim for kids. Why? Because they're on social media. Who are mostly on social media? Kids. Can you imagine the girls that made an OnlyFans but didn't make a sale? That shit would be funny as hell, bro.
I don't know why I'm using that word. Y'all be sickos and need to be in jail. Straight up. But especially because you're trying to now play the algorithm game like me, a regular content creator, tries to do. I'm trying to appeal to the titles, the thumbnails, and whatever I can do to market myself to a brand new audience. That might mean that's that you have to bait just a little bit more. And for these people, baiting is pretending to be 3 to 5 years old. That's why we know it's not age related.
Okay, for me me, the way I work is when I make my videos and my thumbnails, you guys know sometimes I'm just reacting to videos, but I have like the full picture.
Said in the video earlier, hey, age regression is different ages for different people. These people seemingly target 3 to 5 year olds because the people that are willing to pay for the content are looking for 3 to 5 year olds. And that's how you get here.
That
This
shit
is the way
is
that a pipeline
nasty,
works.
bro.
This is the way that the slippery slope works. This is the way that all of this stuff works. Now you become more and more and more and more degenerate based off of basically how much finance you can get out of any given situation. There's more money in doing this type of work, you know, shilling to this type of audience, being this type of depraved or whatever the case may be, as
That shit
opposed to
is
just
sad.
taking bikini photos. So what do a lot of people do? They go down this path. This manifests itself in the people that go to Dubai, the people that do stuff with animals, the people that just do some of the weirdest content. However, now
People that do shit with animals to go to Dubai, what the hell's going on?
these people are so brave and proud that they have their own hashtags talking about them being preschoolers. And it's funny because every chance that
hell
we
no.
get when we look at these old school OnlyFans content creators or people that put sex first and sexualize themselves, they talk about regretting it or how these people are going way too far.
This makes me so sad and so angry at OnlyFans. OnlyFans is so gross because it literally weaseled its way into these feminist spaces and convinced women that it is somehow empowering for them to sell their body online with false promises.
Y'all just got manipulated like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever told y'all can sell your body is empowering, got y'all to. They play chess on y'all. I'm not gonna lie. He probably sitting there like, yeah, you know, that's power empowerment. Now go ahead and send me the pictures. I'm not gonna lie. That dude is like y'all give me type of level. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's not the reality of it. It's basically a sex work pyramid scheme. In what other business, when the market is so flooded, would you continue to try to recruit young women? And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with sex work, but it is not supposed to be this common, especially not amongst young women. And I hate to say this, but this is the opposite of feminism. This is quite literally the objectification of women. You can have us at a price. What? And I don't know why I feel like I'm so early on this train, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it, which is again why I'm so
Stand up to it. I'm a feminist. Stand up to this.
Every day. It really seems like every single day we find more and more sick content disguised as empowering or, you know, uplifting or whatever the case may be. And that is just a straight up lie. Now, I do think that these women participating in these types of videos or types of content do have some sort of illness going on, but it's definitely created based off of, you know, the social media algorithm. They know that they can prey on some of these other young men and their deepest fantasies, whether it be, you know, a harmless love of gaming, because I know you guys have seen those types of advertisements and those types of creators where it's a woman with her breast out saying, "Who come and play this game?" Or
yes, back in 2022, all over my feed. I'm not gonna lie, and I wasn't even gooning, bro. I was a kid.
it's these sick individuals that have real life problems where they are attracted to the
Do y'all know how much a terabyte is? Throw him in a volcano. Man busted with 58 terabytes of Wait, hold on. We gotta look this up. How much is 58 terabytes? This guy got caught with 58 terabytes of cheese pizza. A terabyte, mind you, a terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. So that's saying he had 58,000 gigabytes. That is crazy. I have a 2 terabyte card for my PlayStation. I haven't even ran out of space. I have like maybe 123 games on it. I can only imagine 58 terabytes.
At this point, I'm starting to see it trickle down. Every state, you know, is having to face this obstacle, but like pornography is up for ban. And unless we can get things regulated,
Fun fact, in my state, they actually regulated it. You can't even access the hub. I have to either access the X videos or Baddie Hub. That's my only option. Anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. This video was definitely not my best. I really don't like to talk about this type of sensitive topics, but I just know they have to be talked about. And it just makes me express myself because it makes me really angry how we're just accepting this type of stuff in this society. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a little break. See you guys in the next video.